What's up, hip hop world? It's Gun Legacy Davis back at you again. I had mentioned before that you know, about how it's been asked. Don't ask how hip hop started, but why hip hop started. Why did it start? Well, you know, maybe nobody ever has an answer to this or why anything. I mean, you can't predict anything because, in reality, life is ask yourself, what are you living for? What's the meaning? Think about this. Why, what is the purpose of life? Well, in my opinion, to create. Creation, thought, imagination is the reason why you can sit in your house and look at everything around you and it's all man-made. When you drive down the street, you have to stop at red lights. It's all controlled for a system that has to operate to make you function in a fashion of this big game we play. It's a game. It's really a game. Laws and then you get the government, which I'm glad to be American. I'm proud to be an American. I don't knock anything about the way that the world system is, but it's all created up. It's all man-made by. We're living in a mirage or an illusion. Everything around you is a prop or it's made up. It's not real. Nothing's real. Nothing's real. It's run by, our president's Trump, okay? Our president today. The president today, along with every other president in history, has to have the most top-notch, militant-trained, number one security system in the world around them at all times. You're not the president. Any leader who rules that has security around, that needs security to walk amongst them, to rule amongst their people, is not truly a leader. They're afraid of, because they understand and they know that they're not doing it right. So what they do is you watch TV and everything's great. I mean, you can go to the store and buy whatever you want. They put advertisements on TV and you work hard. You work every day. You work a 9-to-5 job. You come home just to keep your roof over your head. You have to work. And they say that, working, to be a working citizen is a good thing. You're a working man. You're a working woman. That's great. That's good. That's good. But if you're not working, you're nobody. But in all actuality, that's what they make you think. You're not doing what you want to do. You're going to do something. You're putting your personal time as a human being, your emotional time into a system for another person's gain, an organization. You're working for a company that has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. And where's the real owner of these companies that are all over the United States or the world that you work at, these little spots and little stores or little restaurants? The owners are sitting back, cracking lobster tails and ha ha ha. Maybe not, maybe so, but you're the one who's stressing every day. And they say, where's your personal time at? Okay, but they give you money. They give you the dollar bill, which in turn the dollar bill you can go shop what you enjoy. That's your profit slash. You get your enjoyment time on your 2 days off, and the house. I mean, money circulates. It goes in your house, in your pocket, and out. Nobody ever owns money. Money's never truly owned. You just pump it through, and the government system use us to circulate. We're their pumping system, the flow of money. And I'm proud to be American. I had jobs. I had many jobs, but you talk about hip hop. Now, like, I'm going to take this to a reality. Hip hop in the early 70s, 73, you take it to the parties, man, on the streets. They ran electricity through street lamps, man. And pumped it through their turntable, their systems, and they played music out in the streets and out in the parks. And I was born in 78. This is before my time. But at that time, when this music was being pumped, there was no cell phones and this technology. Everybody got excited easily and was enlightened easily by it and amazed, astonished by this sound and anything, you know. People danced. People went out to the parks. People went to the streets and carnivals and parks were packed. Nowadays, people sit on their phones and lean back, and they're sitting in their house watching a mechanism. You can go walk down the street at night, 11, 12 at night, and every house you see this flash out the window or this box called television. This mechanism just shows you an imitated life that everybody. It's an imitation. It's not even real in itself. It's making you believe that here's somebody's life, a movie. You follow their life, and in the end, and it's the end. And I'm proud. I mean, this whole life is a game. I love it. I love it. You know, until you realize that, you know, this hip hop when it started was came through the parks and, you know, parties and it, you know, if you ask why it started, you have to look at the sort of like the people, the culture. What kind of people did it come from? What was the environment, their society, their culture, their certain. Well, it was the ghettos, man. It was well, I don't want to say poverty. I want to say wealthy, impoverished people. People that in their soul knew a lot more than, you know, rich people think that they knew. They were wealthy in here. They had a lot to give, but they never had a chance in this game that the world plays. So it came from a group of that type of people, which in turn, like I said, the record out of a house party for the little sister whose birthday party it was, that turntable spun and got turned back. And every person's mind and thought process was on sound. Do you know every human being vibrates their internal and has a vibration internally, and every object in your room and every object in the world, even non-living, vibrates? You know, if you vibrate less than 60 megahertz, you become sick and ill. And there's ways to keep your vibration up. And if you keep your vibration up, you actually get enlightened. You actually feel good. You actually, in turn, start having feelings. Your feelings are actually brought out more. And if you really, really follow it, you'll turn into a supreme. You know, there's, you know, Buddhism and Hinduism and these things, but your frequency vibrates. If it goes below 60 megahertz, you get sick and ill. To eat healthy, meditate, these are ways to keep your frequency up. Now, these people that, I mean, in society, you know, the hood, the ghetto, man, in the 70s, they had nothing more but these parties, and they congregated with a propensity of emotion that was so high that the law of attraction, this has to do with the law of attraction, that it didn't, this music didn't come from one person. It came from an abundance of people's thoughts. At that party, everybody, when that record was brought back, their thoughts were on one thing: the music, the sound. And in turn, this traveled throughout the community of the impoverished people, which are in the ghettos and you know the streets, the hood life, man. And these people, which in turn created manifestation of the most ancient art there is. Graffiti, like cave art, dance, breaking, ancient arts. Poetry goes back thousands of years. Grill's a West African poetry style that was here a long time. And Ben Bottom might have went there and brought a little bit of style back and said, "What if we put this grill to music?" I don't know where it came from. I don't know everything, These are just my opinions, but I'll tell you what. In all actuality, that everything that hip hop is pretty much like not the foundation. It's starting to build a structure, a structure to something. Because these thoughts, everything is a creation, but hip hop is a way of bringing out creation. It's actually bringing the soul into reality. People could create like I'm in this room now, a table next to me, a bed you sleep in. It's great to have these things, and there's nothing wrong with hospitals and medicine. I agree. It's everything you have to sign on paper. It's just this game we play. You're in control of everything. Nobody owns or rules anybody. Think about it. If none of this, going to the city, what is this? This is all just, you work, you get a little money, you spend it, you work, get a little money, spend it, pay your bills, pay your taxes, blah, blah, blah. But like this picture behind me that I painted of Tupac, let's see, we get it right here. Whoa. Let me see. I can't get it. Okay, right there. I painted that in 97 after he died. That's art. That's my cave art. That's my man cave. That's my man cave art. So, and I'm also an MC. I love writing. I'm slowly turning into I'm a deep thinker, but it's not about that. It's about everybody. It's about all of us, because we're all one. The oneness in everybody. Solar system. You're nothing but a thought. Solar system. Our system, soul. Our soul system. Solar, so universe, one verse. These things, words could be broken down on website. A website